Hi. So, one of the most common phrases I hear from clients when they're depicting an incident that happened to them or when they're talking about something that is causing them a little distress is the terms, oh, I just need to think positively or I just need to get over it. And it always makes me so sad. I mean, there has been a massive emphasis on positive psychology over the past couple of decades, particularly in its usage with regards to good mental and emotional health. And positive psychology is amazing. It has so much to offer when it comes to, I suppose, switching our focus to the more positive experiences and emotions of our life. That being said, it's open for misconception because oftentimes the message that is delivered nearly suggests that negative emotions are bad or that they shouldn't be experienced or that you need to just flip them on their head straight away. And ultimately, that's as unhealthy as being negative is in the first place. I mean, we need to acknowledge our negative emotions and our negative experiences. And the reality is, most of the growth, most of self discovery takes place when we're in a negative place. It's all very easy to kind of plow through life when you're feeling good. It's when you're feeling bad that's when you find out what you're actually made of. So it's about being able to embrace those more negative experiences, to investigate and explore your negative emotions, see what it is that they're trying to teach you, as opposed to always trying to run away from them. And very few of us were given the tools required to navigate negative emotions in early childhood, and as a result we find them really difficult to sit with. They're very physical, they're very visceral, and we don't sit comfortably with them. And as a result, we tend to just either want to avoid dealing with them or else we want to think positively straight away and put a positive spin on things. And the reality is, everyone experiences negative emotions. We all experience jealousy. We all experience anger. We all experience sadness and shame and embarrassment. And yet, it's like as if, oh, if I just deny it, if I don't say anything about it, well, then it's not actually happening. And the thing is, there's a certain unity in it as well. I mean, we all have these shadow sides to ourselves. And we all have these very punitive internal critics, going on at us all the time. And yet we go around the place feeling like as if we have to have a smile plastered on our face, that we have to be cheerful 24/7, otherwise we won't be accepted. And I suppose what ends up happening is a lot of people end up repressing negative emotions, and this can be extremely toxic, extremely harmful, and results in a lot of mental health issues. That being said, there's a big difference between expressing and exploring your negative emotions and experiences and wallowing in them. So it's about knowing the difference between being able to process and then being able to transcend, as opposed to getting stuck down in them, and being like, okay, this is just my life now, this is where I stay. So it's about learning to regulate your emotions, learning to accept the fact that there are going to be negative experiences, that's just inevitable, that's just part and parcel of life. I mean, but it's about being able to come through those with as robust and resilient and pragmatic an attitude as possible. Not necessarily positive. I mean, ultimately, if we were positive about everything, we would never learn from our failures. We'd never experience failures. And ultimately, so much of our growth and of our knowledge, as I said, occurs in our failures, in our setbacks. I mean, if you don't go into a project expecting there to be a certain amount of kind of adversity, then maybe you shouldn't be going into the project in the first place. As I said, it's part and parcel of our relationships, of our careers, of our interactions with ourselves, our interactions with other people. And the more accepting we can be of that, the more we can sit with it, the more we can learn from our experiences and move forward, without stagnating too long. And one great way of moving through a negative experience or emotion is to take it outside of yourself and reach out to try and help somebody. And the true way that we can help other people is by sharing our negative experiences. And when we're always ashamed about our negative experiences, when we don't talk about some of the more negative aspects of our lives, other people don't feel able to talk about them either. So the more vocal we are genuinely about our experiences, both good and bad, the more we create a space for everyone to be unified in the ups and downs that is life, as opposed to everyone feeling that they have to keep everything under wraps, and that they can't talk about their negative experiences, which is extremely toxic and which has resulted in a culture that is so disconnected and has so many lonely, unhappy people that feel they have to present a mask on a daily basis. If you are struggling with regulating your emotions, if you're struggling with any aspect of your mental health, I can help you. Get in touch with me on my website, it's fundamentals.ie. You'll also catch me on my Facebook and my Instagram, and I do lots of content looking at mental and emotional health issues on my YouTube channel. It's called Fiona Feely. Go check it out. I'd appreciate a like, a share, and a subscribe, and I will talk to you again soon.